Alright, I think most people have their main part of their pizza completed now, where they have their crust, their sauce, their cheese, and many of you were beginning to put on your fixings. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to start putting on some pepperoni. Now I noticed many of you are pepperoni lovers. So when I go to put on a piece of pepperoni, I'm going to create a piece just off to the side here. I already selected the color. Now if I want to take this and I want to make another piece of pepperoni, if I click down on the Alt key after I've selected it, if I click the Alt key, you see the second selection comes up. You can just drag off to the side and it will give you another piece. So that's an easy way of duplicating an object once you are a shape, once you have it in Adobe Illustrator. So I'm going to make several pieces of pepperoni and apply them onto my pizza. So here's my next piece. Now after we've used the shape tool, and hopefully you guys have used a few of the different shape tools as you went along here, I'm just going to make another couple pieces here. You've had a chance to try some of the other shapes, so I'm going to go over here and pick, say we select the polygon shape. I'm going to make one up here in the corner. I'm just going to zoom in so you can see it a little bit better. Now once we have it, I did show you last day how this works. So I just brought this in. I have a regular shape. Now if I go back and select the same shape, when I bring it in, when I go to drag it, while I have the mouse button down, I click on the up and down arrows, I can get more sides to that shape. So if you want to make pieces on your pizza that are going to be triangular, you can go down to triangle, or else you can go larger. So we're going to make some triangular pieces that are going to go on our pizza. I'm not sure what this is yet. Maybe this is ham. So if it's ham, I better make it kind of an orange color, I guess. So there's a piece of ham, and we will go back and put this onto our pizza. So I'm going to grab my piece of ham, bring it down, and again I can take my item, select it, press the Alt key, and I can make duplicate pieces of ham that I'll spread amongst the pepperoni on my pizza. This is starting to look really good. Alright, now we've done some regular symmetrical shapes, and I would like to introduce the pen tool. So when you use the pen tool, you're now working with lines, and anytime you're working with lines, the most important thing is that after you've made your shape, that you close it off. So here I'm going to make an irregular piece, but I have to close it off by going back to the original anchor, and then I have my piece. Now that you have your irregular piece, you can distort it and change it to whatever shape you want. So I'm not sure what that's going to be on your pizza, but you can go ahead and create that item and you can put it on. So maybe that's some type of a vegetable part on your pizza. So that's how you make that, and then you can go back to your pizza. So we're just going to go ahead now and add some more detail to the pizza. So we've created a lot of the different layers, and so we've worked with layers. You've been labeling your layers as you went along. Now we're going to go ahead and we're just going to zoom in, and we're going to look at some more detail. So one aspect of Illustrator that we haven't looked really closely at yet is that when you have an item, you have your fill color, which is right here, and then you have your stroke, which is the outer edge of your item. So whatever you're creating, it's going to have both of these connected to it. And you can also see at the top, this is where we have a lot of the options when we're creating the different shapes on your pizza. So right here we can see these are the different choices we have for working with the colors. And if you wanted, you could go down to the library, and there's several different libraries that you can look at. So if I just pick one of them, maybe I want to pick foods, and we go to vegetables, then I get a color of different types of vegetables. That might be something that's worth having for making our pizza. Now we're looking at the crust right now. We have it selected, and when we have it selected, here we have the color of the edge of the crust. So I don't think we have a black crust. We might want to make it like a dark brown, and then you can go ahead and you can thicken it so you can see it a little bit better. So you can choose the thickness of the outer edge of your crust that just got a little bit baked when it was in the oven. Now I also want to go in and let's select one of the pieces of pepperoni. So most pieces of pepperoni, when you buy them at the store, they don't come out completely red, and the outside edge is probably going to have some kind of a color of red as well. So I'm going to go to like a darker color. But when we're looking at a piece of pepperoni, usually there's pepper and there's spices in it. So we want to put some, we want to go in there a little bit closer. So I'm going to just get in there nice and tight so we can add some more aspects to this this piece of pepperoni. So every piece of pepperoni is going to look different, and we can go ahead and select the color of the pepper that's going to be inside and say OK. So I have the inside color. Maybe you don't want to have a stroke on the outside, so you can go ahead and say none, and then you just have that that piece in the middle. And like I said earlier in the video, if we go ahead and we press down on the Alt key while we have something selected, then you can just make duplicates and you can add those to the remaining part of your pepperoni, and you can add that detail in. So now we're really getting a highly detailed piece of pizza here. You're going to want to eat it soon. All right, let's add some more detail to your item. Try and use the pen tool and make some more objects that are going to create. And remember, when you're using the pen tool, you always have to close it off, okay, or else you're going to get that line pulling across the screen. And then once you have it, then you can change it and make it the shape that you want. All right, have fun.